Okay, we're going to try to look at a little bit of speed picking on this steel guitar. We're going to hang out in the key of G. And for those of you that are just kind of getting started, key of G, of course, 3rd fret open, and then the 10th fret with what we call a pedals down position. So I'm going to really break this down and try to give you a particular pocket that I use a lot for fast songs. And it really happens on strings 5, 6, 7, and 8. And I'm really working this B pedal. So whatever pedal that you want to call that moves your G sharp to an A. In most cases, I'm calling that a B pedal. And so just to make everybody kind of know that we're talking the same language here. But that's the main pedal we're going to use here. And we're really going to try to hit a lot of variations of these particular 4 strings. And I'm going to try to show you a few little techniques to really get your speed up. So all that sounds probably kind of really fast to you, and it actually is really fast. But we want to break this down and see if we can give you a good solid exercise to really work on. And what I've come up with is kind of the foundation of where we're going to lift off from some of those things. It's really going to be this lick right here. Now, for those who have been around steel guitar for a long time, that's going to sound real familiar to you. But since it's such a lifting off point, to be able to make another variation like that, so we're going to start it one time from the 8th string, and we're going to learn to do that today. And then we're also going to learn a variation to start with the 5th string, and you can make a so what I'm doing there, just rocking back and forth. Those are little trills. So for those of you that are pretty advanced, you'll pick up on some of that pretty fast. You can probably learn to practice just that, and that will actually give you a lot of speed when you learn to do that. Basically, kind of what I would call a trill. And really slow down, that's going to look like, just literally back and forth. So let's back up here, and really, I kind of at the beginning there, I just kind of wanted to kind of get your mind open to lots of different ideas and imagination, and kind of where this can kind of end up at the end with some really strong fast picking on the steel guitar. So let's begin with just talking about the fundamentals of how we're going to get some speed into our picking. And let's look at just the mechanics of what I do. So you're going to see right here that my picks are almost at a kind of like a 90-degree angle there, right? So everything is just kind of straight up. So what you've got there is when my hand comes down, my fingers are, there's very little movement because my finger is right, I got my picks right on the end there, and you can see that. So that's one thing you might try, because I know a lot of people keep them kind of straighter, more straight out. So try that right there. If you want to bend your picks back like that, just for an example. Okay, So let's just learn one single thing here, and let's really break it down. I want you to do the same fingering as me. And just notice how little my fingers move on my right hand. And when we get that really fast, it's literally going to be almost no motion in this part of the hand. Okay, so we're going to start with the thumb on the 8th string, put the bar on the 3rd fret, and then we're going to move immediately to the 7th string. So the thumb is going to play both the 8th and the 7th string. And then the index finger will play the 6th string, and then you'll engage the B pedal. So real slowly. And so what I would challenge you with right now, if you're more in the beginning level stages or you're trying to learn really how to play speed picking for the first time, just get that much of it. And then just for the sake of kind of getting you some rhythm, I like to just make a little practice like this where I go then up to the 8th fret, 10th fret, and then maybe round it up here at the 15th fret. So just keeping that G position, G, C, D. Now it doesn't sound like much right now, but more is coming. But the point is, for you to get that really clean and comfortable, and just learning that move where the thumb is hitting the 8th, 7th, and then 6th string and the pedal. I mean, it's just like a golf swing. There's a lot of different mechanics, and so just work on a little bit so far, and then we'll expand on that. Okay, now we're going to add the 5th string being hit by the middle finger. So you've got, and then that hits that almost immediately as the pedal goes down. Now, again, if you want to just work on that much of it, I encourage that. Because now you've got 4 strings, you've got 3 thumb and 2 fingers involved here. So, and we're playing 4 strings, and we're doing a pedal motion with our foot. So you got, so if you can learn to do that just as clean as I just played it, you're a long ways down the road, honestly. As you can imagine, what's about to happen, we're going to come back down. So we had 8, 7, 6 pedal, 5th string open, by the way, no pedal on that, and then the index finger comes right back on that G sharp. But get this, the pedal is down. Okay, so watch what happens with my foot here. My foot went down on the pedal and stayed until I came back, and then it's going to come off. However, for the sake of example here and good solid practicing, I want us to do just that much of it. And I want you to keep that right hand right in place, okay? I don't want a bunch of bouncing. I don't like to see people doing that. No, you're lifting all the fingers up and getting out of control. So to keep control, I want that hand to stay in place. Okay? All right, now we are going to move on just a little bit. And then the pedal comes off. So you got, now a real tricky move here, but this is going to be honestly fundamental to helping some of you just really explode into a fast player when you're able to get your memory, your muscle memory to do this for you. Now what I'm going to do is when I come off that 6th string and the pedal off of it, I'm going to slip, as that pedal is coming off, that index finger is in position to now hit the 7th string. Now before we hit the 7th string with the thumb. But this time we're going to just flip that, and we're going to have thumb hit those first two, index, and then we're going to have the index finger come down because we want to be in really good position to hit the A string with the thumb. So you can see that last motion is, see how that index finger moves? So let's break it down in two parts. Let's go ahead and have you practice middle finger, fifth string, index finger on the sixth string, pedal engaged, let off the pedal, then index finger hits the seventh string, and then the A string is the thumb. So we've got so just practice that. It's really gonna, if you've not done a lot of that, it's going to really take some time and energy to just sit at the guitar and just get really, really comfortable with that. Honestly, until it feels like there's just no pressure involved, I would just keep doing it over and over. I know it sounds like hard work, and it is. So we've got two parts here. We got that part, and then when we're coming back down, we got. Now it sounds so simple, and I understand it does sound simple, but when you're going to blister that at. I mean, it's going to be really helpful to you in learning how to jump off places and getting that, because those are some fundamental things happening there that when you start improvising, you'll be able to do different patterns and just explore the different possibilities. So the whole lick is going to be. Okay, now that's a nice tempo right there. Honest, I would do that like 35 or 40 times, perfect at that tempo, before I would move on. And then I might get to a level like this. Okay, and then we might want to even go a little faster. And that's really. It's difficult. I mean, it takes a lot of honestly a lot of years to be able to get that, those little blistering. It's really, really difficult. But if you notice though, the mechanics of it is my fingers just stay right there sitting on the strings. So there's no bouncing, no air or anything like that in order to get it that fast. Now let's talk about maybe adding just another little element real quickly here. Okay, did you see what I did there? I went, and then I went, so I hit the thumb with the seventh string on the way back down, but then I'm going to be right there in position to hit the sixth string again with the pedal engaged. So it's that we're looking for. And so then that creates this little motion here. And then I still came back down with the index on the 7th and 8th and ended it. So I'd love to see you get master this much of it. Now, many good players can play that very easily. To get that speed, it's really going to take some time, and you just can work faster. All right, so good luck with that. Feel free to write me, email me at zaneking@me.com if you want to go a little bit further with that or have any questions about it. And my hope is to continue to give you these little things, and hopefully you can just keep exploring the steel guitar, keep learning all the different positions and pockets, and keep developing those tools and go make some pretty music.